Invasion of the Lagos State House of Assembly on Monday by security operatives has taken a new twist. A letter has emerged disclosing that the House had requested the Department of State Services, DSS, to strengthen security around the Assembly complex ahead of February 18, 2025. The letter cited reports that the impeached Speaker Mudashiru Obasa plan to return to the position. We recall that the operatives of the DSS and the Nigeria police on Monday took over the Lagos House of Assembly. The developments followed the leadership crisis in the State Assembly. The acting clerk of the House, in the letter dated February 14, 2025, and signed by Abubakar Otun, warned that Obasa's attempt to resume office could pose a security threat to the Assembly and its members. The House therefore urged the DSS to deploy operatives from February 16 to enforce strict access control within and around the premises. I wish to bring to you attention a pressing matter that requires immediate action, he states. The impeached Speaker of Lagos State House of Assembly plans to resume office on the 18th of February 2025 as the Speaker, posing a potential security threat to the Assembly and its members. We were just discussing about political crisis again, and then here we have in Lagos State. Obasa, we know how the story started when he was in the United States. It was more like they had a planned thing on him, and then he got impeached out of office, and a woman, for the first time, was used to replace him. And then when we're that, all of us saw the security operatives that bombarded the House of Assembly yesterday, and then it calls for concern and all of that. And then we're seeing that this letter was actually written on 14 to the DSS in order to prepare, because Obasa said he's coming back into office. I'd love to get your thoughts on this, please.
Politics, chaos everywhere. Say when the center can no longer hold, things will definitely fall apart. And for me, what's currently going on in the Lagos State House of Assembly is really quite pathetic. That goes to show desperation of the crop of politicians that we have in this country. When out of 40 lawmakers, about 35 or so, came together to say we are no longer satisfied with the leadership of the Speaker, and he initiated an impeachment move against him. That tells a lot. But now I think the quarrel that the embattled Speaker, is having is the fact that due process was not followed. Okay, he was not in the country as at the time they impeached him, and I was meant to understand that even the House was supposed to be on recess, and it's the Speaker that should ordinarily, to have reconvened the House. It is the Speaker that is mandated to reconvene the House. Now, who reconvened the House and called for the sitting that bettered the impeachment of Mudashiru?
So that could be his anger over it.
Those were his arguments, But my view on this matter is, if your colleagues, because an impeachment, especially as regards the legislative arm of government, does not remove you from the House, and assuming without conceding that your colleagues in the House have found you not suitable, to lead them anymore, giving certain reasons, whether true or false, they gave certain reasons: financial impropriety, inability to provide quality leadership, and some other things. So for me,
there's this thing of character.
Why not just honorably allow things to flow? I'm aware he has been in the House since almost a decade and almost 2 decades. Obasa has been
around 15.
He has been in the House since 2003. Since 2003, and you could still see this quest
To remain
power.
there.
So I would advise, that they should be careful how they handle this matter. In as much as we are also hearing that, there are political undertones. Because
Okay.
the gentleman himself, one way or the other, they said he's interested in running for governorship of Lagos State.
2027,
And
thank
that
you.
could have, gotten in the way of some other vested interests.
Yes.
Now we are not so sure where the interest of the president lies, because Lagos State is his state. So they should, cleverly see how they can manage this situation before it becomes a national embarrassment. Why I said so? The president's own state, and you are seeing this kind of disarray.
Going on.
It speaks a lot, because if the president is from Lagos State, automatically the president is the leader of whatever goes on politically in Lagos State. So they should make Nigerians understand what truly are the matters. Otherwise, Obasa himself should just honorably allow things to slide. Because from what I saw, with the way events are unfolding, majority of his colleagues are not with him. So how do you, lead people who are not willing?
Thank you
to
so much,
allow
and
you to lead them? So
let me hear from Mr. Comrade Chuba, because there was a scenario that before Miranda was elected, replaced, because it was more like a replacement into office. There was this time that they did more like a holy baptism, that they were praying over the seats and saying all of that sarcastically, that his bad vibe should not be used back into the office that has been that's been going on before now. But I'd love to get your thoughts, please, concerning this Lagos State crisis that has been going on for some period of time.
Very seriously, I would want to take it from the end. My brother and friend said, from the unfolding of events, it's obvious that more honorable members are not in tune with Obasa's leadership.
Yes.
And it would be honorable for Obasa to just step aside and just remain a member.
Do you think he would want to step aside, considering the fact that it's gotten to this point?
That's how I'm going somewhere. We had the 2023 elections. We saw the way the people came into office. Were they in tune with the Nigerian people? They were the Nigerian people, but they the choices of the Nigerian people. And even the Nigerian people try to cry out that these are not their choices. Say the people that they had the opportunity. I have said earlier that our most viable farm in this industry is the political space, and everybody wants to that has carved a little niche for himself or herself wants to remain there or possibly die there. We have seen the president who was sick and he was incommunicado for months, and we made sure that he has to stay there till Holy God knows. That is the kind of country we find ourselves. That's on the lighter note. Now, on the issue of Obasa's return. Now, if you talk about the Osun state, you will see it's an opposition state, and possibly there was a power, there's a quest to receive or to retake the state from the opposition party. Now, looking at Lagos State, that has been this party of the party. It has been an opposition till it become a ruling party, and it's still a ruling party. Having this type of issues, we cannot take away the hand of Esau and the voice of Jacob in all of this. We saw to it at the time where they were said that Obasa was to be restated, that the first lady had tried to intervene, come into the situation for one reason or the other, and we equally saw a memo, however true, which the presidency had not debunked, saying that Obasa's removal in this manner will cause the party more harm than good. So they had to bring him back to remove him in a more quiet manner. They have discussed and all. Those documents are in public domain. They might be completely false. However, because of the way the situation is, people tend to believe that they are not entirely false. Now, Obasa is about to return. Now, who is commanding this what's it called, decision of government, like the DSS and all, to go and stampede the House of Assembly for him to stampede his return and all? Who is commanding all of this? So you now find out that we are in a state where Fela sang a song many decades ago, Paddy Paddy government. if you have a person somewhere, you do not even use the relationship for the good or the seemingly good of the general public.
Yeah.
You use the relationship for your personal gains, and it is obviously showing to that direction again and again. That should be checkmated. For me, I for one would tell you very freely, the Nigerian political demographic that I've seen and the political grandstanding of politicians know that the people don't need them. We have seen elections that the people have come out to say, we don't want you, we don't want you. But the people force themselves on the people. All they need is just to have the office. And at the end of the day, you have an INEC that tells you go to court. And because the INEC understands that when you tell you to go to court, the decision of the INEC is one way or the other upheld against all odds. And these are the funny and painful situations that the Nigerian state finds itself. For me, I think that Lagos State had even conducted themselves in more organized manner, because if it was to be some other states, it would have deteriorated into some other
bloody
something
bloodbath.
So
I'd love to ask you quickly, please. Do you think the fact that Obasa is literally trying to make efforts to come back into office is one of the, because the fact that he wants to contest for the governorship position in Lagos State? Is it more like he's trying to gain his ground in order to have an easy access to becoming the governor of Lagos State?
More embarrassing for the analysis from my own end is this: why the insistence on remaining speaker if that is the intent? The insistence is because we have equally accused government again and again, and government has not been able to come out clean that government is all about sharing money. If not, ask yourself, if you want to be governor, if they remove you as speaker, you are not member, does it kill your interest of becoming governor? It doesn't. So now what everybody wants to sit in office, have a portfolio so that they can amass funds to themselves, because these funds are unchecked. This is the state of the country we have come to find ourselves. So this is a pitiable situation that is becoming a reality, and we do not want to believe whether it's contesting for governorship or not. The Lagos State governorship seat, to the best of my knowledge, is one of those states like the Nigerian state is almost looking like now. Like I wanted to say earlier, I am bothered about people going to shoot gun in Osun State and shoot gun and going to fight in Lagos State. The way it is right now, it is almost scary. If from local palaces, it is believed that they will call results. The favorite person will be announced. At the end of the day, you go to court. And if the favorite person aligns with the powers that be, you still lose. So what is the essence of throwing bullets and causing chaos? It's not necessary. So for me, I think Obasa has some support from some quarters, whether we like it or yes. People have local parliance analysis and alleged information have said he has the backing of the first lady, and upon that strength, people say they don't want it to be that way. For his actions has gone beyond manageable. So whether we like it or not, we are seeing a grandstanding of two elephants, and it's only because there are supporting pillars behind the both parties.
Thank you so much for that.